Today on Laser Update, Buffy Quinn, who runs the geospatial program at OCC, will inform us about how she got started and what she does in the program. Stay tuned. Good afternoon from the Kathy Hawkins studio on the OCC campus. This is Laser Update. I'm Bryce Link.
And I'm Orlando Gully. Today is April 25th, 2022, and we are your hosts for today. Thank you for joining us.
Professor Buffy Quinn runs OCC's new geospatial program. Lauren Lyons piqued an interest in this program and decided to interview Buffy. Let's hear all about it.
Buffy Quinn is a professor of geospatial science at OCC. She is also the principal investigator for a National Science Foundation grant.
I started at OCC in 2009 as an adjunct professor, and then I started here in 2013 as a full-time professor. And what piqued my curiosity about the job is I was working in industry. I was a cartographer, I made maps, and I used geographic information systems. The job has really changed as I've been here, and a lot of those changes are because of things that I wanted to do. I also am the principal investigator for a National Science Foundation grant to integrate drone or unmanned aerial vehicle data analysis into our geospatial program. I love working with geographic information systems. That's a computer software. I also love working with some of our drones, our unmanned aerial vehicles. We use them to collect data. A lot of people think that drones are dangerous or they're used as weapons or they're an invasion of privacy. But I like to get the word out that drones are also very useful in helping us solve real problems. I love this physical space because there's lots of room for all of our drones. And you'll see here next to me batteries. I have lots of batteries. Everything, like every drone, every controller has to have different types of batteries. Being at OCC is like being in a small town. You get to know the community around you.
Buffy spends a lot of her time teaching her students about the wonders of drones and hopes that they will inform others about the impact drones have on our society.
If you're interested in learning more about drones, be sure to visit sunyocc.edu for more information about the geospatial program. Stay tuned to hear more about Buffy Quinn coming up next.
We just heard what Buffy Quinn was doing last semester in the geospatial program, which happens to be one of the 3 new programs added to the OCC's academic degree list. But other than teaching that program, Buffy Quinn is also teaching another class. Here's Lauren Lyons with information on that.
Last semester, I interviewed Buffy Quinn, who is a professor in the geospatial science program. But this semester, she got the chance to teach a course that she's had experience with in the past.
So last semester I was teaching primarily courses in the Geospatial Science and Technology program. And this semester I am teaching meteorology. It's a Science 100. I was originally hired to teach the meteorology course back in 2009 and taught that for a few years until I developed the new geospatial program. So then I moved from meteorology into teaching those courses. But this semester something came up and they needed someone kind of at the last minute to fill in and teach one of the lecture sections and one of the lab sections. So I stepped in because I'd done it before and I enjoy it. And so it's a little different, but it's also a lot of fun. Over in Ferrante, it's a great lab setup, especially for teaching meteorology. Also, we have lots of globes in the meteorology lab space. We also have a lot of maps over there that are helpful. We have maps in geospatial and in the meteorology classroom because it often helps to know exactly how things are developing. So I haven't been able to get out probably since Thanksgiving because it's just been too cold. And drones don't fly well when it's cold. The batteries don't last very long. So we really are dependent on the weather. Ironically, the weather, meteorology.
OCC's faculty and administration continue to add new programs and revise older ones to meet the needs of the students and the community.
Lauren Lyons asked OCC freshmen and sophomores what eras that they would prefer to be born in and why. Here are their responses.
Today on Pulse of the Campus, I asked OCC freshmen and sophomores what era they would prefer to be born in and why.
If I could live anywhere in any time period, I'd choose Germany right before Hitler takes over. Because I want to see the heritage from my family, from my biological family, as I'm German, and I want to know what the food's like, what the culture's like. I want to know about the country.
I had to be born in a different era. It'd be the Industrial Revolution, because that was the rebirth. There was like this humanism, there's like this new, all the arts, music, science, all like the greatest classical pieces of just culture started to be born there the most.
We're born in any era. I guess I'd like to be born like in the Salem witch trial times, because I would be one of those crazy women who would be burnt at the stake, and I think that would just be very funny. It would be a horrific time to live through, but I think the joke potential would be so great, and I would love it despite dying.
There you have it. Students at OCC sharing their thoughts on what eras they would prefer to be born in. This is Pulse of the Campus. For Laser Update, I'm Lauren Lyons.
You know, Orlando, I think that I'd like to be born in the 1400s, to be a pirate sailing the seven seas. What about you? What era would you want to be born in?
You know, Bryce, I think I'm happy to be born in this era, because if I wasn't born in this era, I wouldn't be able to meet you. Meeting a professor on the first day of class can be nerve-wracking. You don't know what you're going to expect. Here at OCC, the students of the sound recording program found out something interesting about their professor, Shane Patterson. He was nominated for a Grammy Award this year on an album made by Burt Bacharach and Steve Stater. Here's Lauren Lyons with an inside look.
Did you know that Shane Patterson, who is a sound recording professor at OCC, worked on an album that won a Grammy Award? The album he worked on features a song called Some Lovers, and it is nominated for Best Musical Theater Album. He got to be the audio engineer on the song and oversaw the vocals of Auli'i Cravalho. If you've ever watched the Disney movie called Moana, then you have probably heard of her. She plays the role of Moana. Overall, this was such a surreal experience for Shane. His hard work and talent certainly paid off. This is Lauren Lyons reporting for Laser Update.
Sadly, they lost the award to the popular Netflix series Bridgerton. But Shane has only just begun his career, and we hope to see him nominated again someday. Speaking of Netflix, there's a new show called Archive 81.
If you watch a lot of Netflix, then you've probably heard about a show called Archive 81. It's about an archivist who restores damaged videotapes and ends up getting pulled into a mystery involving a missing person and a demonic cult. There's so many twists and turns to the show that it will definitely have you at the edge of your seat. Unfortunately, it won't be renewed for another season, but it's still worth the watch. Coming up after the break, we'll be sharing upcoming events on campus. Stay tuned.
Explore your potential, discover your talents, and transform your life at Onondaga Community College. Onondaga's expanding campus features 4 residence halls, the SRC Arena, and a new state-of-the-art building for the music department. Onondaga's diverse mix of students enriches classroom discussions, fuels creativity, and prepares you to be part of a community. Visit sunyocc.edu and discover why more than 40,000 students call OCC their alma mater. Explore your potential, discover your talents, and transform your life at Onondaga Community College. Onondaga's expanding campus features 4 residence halls, the SRC Arena, and a new state-of-the-art building for the music department. Onondaga's diverse mix of students enriches classroom discussions, fuels creativity, and prepares you to be part of a community. Visit sunyocc.edu and discover why more than 40,000 students call OCC their alma mater. Explore your potential, discover your talents, and transform your life at Onondaga Community College. Onondaga's expanding campus features 4 residence halls, the SRC Arena, and a new state-of-the-art building for the music department. Onondaga's diverse mix of students enriches classroom discussions, fuels creativity, and prepares you to be part of a community. Visit sunyocc.edu and discover why more than 40,000 students call OCC their alma mater.
We know how hard the end of the semester can be. So if you're having trouble, come on over to the Learning Center next to the cafeteria in the Gordon Student Center. We have tutors, private rooms, studying materials, and more. When you come in, just sign in at the front desk with our lovely workers. Just make sure to sign out when you're done. You can go to sunyocc.edu/thelearningcenter for more information.
This weekend's weather is looking pretty good. On Friday, it's going to be a sunny day with a high of 53 and a low of 35. Another great day on Saturday. Get out there and enjoy a high of 58 and only a low of 34. And then on Sunday, the clouds come in, but still 63 for your high and 38 for your low.
This week on OCC's campus, the Organic Food Fest will be held on April 26th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Quad. If it rains, it will be set up inside near the Storer Auditorium. On April 30th from 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., the CNY College Chess Tournament will be held at OCC. Be sure to fill out the form to register. It costs only $15 to attend. There will be a lunch and prizes included. And the annual Feats of Clay Olympics will be held in the parking lot behind the SRC Arena on May 6th at 9:30 a.m. Students from more than a dozen high schools will be attending.
Professor Cry looks forward to running the Organic Food Fest every year. He encourages his students and colleagues to eat healthy and to treat our planet with kindness. Peter's passion to save the planet and his love for plants is shown beyond the classroom.
Peter Cry is a professor of biology at OCC, and he is very passionate about plants and the well-being of our planet. He strives to educate his students about ways to maintain the planet's health and hopes his words will spread to create change.
I am a professor of biology, majors biology, and of a course called Environmental Health, a course of my own design, which is designed to put the earth back into its proper condition. I want to make sure that we can get the many pieces of this planet that have been severed back together, make it sustainable, and make it fair, equitable for all living creatures, not just humans. My favorite area on campus, since it is very, very early spring, I will say the greenhouse, which is a floor up and which I have been lucky enough to appropriate, mainly by myself, so that I can keep my plants that don't do quite so well over winter up there. And it also allows me a bit of peace, solitude, and an oxygen fix whenever I desire to go up there and commune with my plants.
Professor Cry definitely has a love for plants, and he will continue to inform others about their importance beyond the classroom.
I didn't even know we had a greenhouse on campus. If you're interested in seeing it, head to Ferrante Hall and ask for Professor Cry. The greenhouse is located on the 3rd floor.
It's time for our Laser Sports Update. This past weekend, on April 23rd, the women's lacrosse team went against Monroe Community College and won 22-8. Congrats to the Laser ladies! The men's lacrosse team also won against Monroe Community College with a score of 20-7 on April 22nd. Congratulations to them, and let's hope for more wins. OCC has a wide range of programs to offer students. Jacob Laurum tells us about one of them here on campus.
A multitude of class options that range from beginner to intermediate levels for musicians. They cultivate an experience for singers and instrument players alike that allow them to grow and learn. Students have access to practice rooms to rehearse their pieces either by themselves or with a group. There is also a supportive staff that will be there if you need any help. Sometimes they hold faculty recitals just to show you how good these students could become. You can go to sunyocc.edu/programs/music for more information.
The music department is a great program if you're looking to pursue a job as a musician or as a music teacher.
This coming Thursday, on April 28th, the women's softball team will be playing against Mohawk Valley Community College at 3 p.m. in Utica. Next week, on Saturday, May 7th, the women's track and field team play in the NJCAA Region 3 Championship in Herkimer, New York. The men's track and field team will also play in the championship on May 7th. We'll be right back with more on Laser Update.
Explore your potential, discover your talents, and transform your life at Onondaga Community College. Onondaga's expanding campus features 4 residence halls, the SRC Arena, and a new state-of-the-art building for the music department. Onondaga's diverse mix of students enriches classroom discussions, fuels creativity, and prepares you to be part of a community. Visit sunyocc.edu and discover why more than 40,000 students call OCC their alma mater. Explore your potential, discover your talents, and transform your life at Onondaga Community College. Onondaga's expanding campus features 4 residence halls, the SRC Arena, and a new state-of-the-art building for the music department. Onondaga's diverse mix of students enriches classroom discussions, fuels creativity, and prepares you to be part of a community. Visit sunyocc.edu and discover why more than 40,000 students call OCC their alma mater.
It's that time of the year where everyone wants to buy Christmas gifts. But it's also that time of the year where some people don't have the money to buy them. Are you trying to make a few extra bucks to buy some gifts for this Christmas? OCC Bookstore is now hiring. Work part-time or full-time for $12.50 per hour. Located on Whitney Hall. You can work while still being a student, get job experience, and still make money out of it. Apply now on sunyocc.edu.
Explore your potential, discover your talents, and transform your life at Onondaga Community College. Onondaga's expanding campus features 4 residence halls, the SRC Arena, and a new state-of-the-art building for the music department. Onondaga's diverse mix of students enriches classroom discussions, fuels creativity, and prepares you to be part of a community. Visit sunyocc.edu and discover why more than 40,000 students call OCC their alma mater.
Welcome back to Laser Update. This pandemic has taken a toll on so many people's lives. Whether you were affected by it, it still caused a lot of change for all of us. This is Lauren Lyons sharing her views on the pandemic's impact on college students.
Ever since the pandemic started, COVID has caused problems to arise in all areas of people's lives. For many college students, it has been a struggle to afford to go to college due to the loss of jobs. Some students think that remote learning isn't as effective as being on campus. This results in them not wanting to pay for an education where they feel as if they aren't learning at their fullest potential. Many families that lost their jobs at the beginning of the pandemic can't afford college tuition. The pandemic makes it difficult to focus on an education when students are worried about making ends meet at home. This results in many students dropping out to focus on helping their family bring in an income, which further delays their educational goals. Dreams are put on hold, motivation is lost, and the odds of completing a degree long-term are decreased. Students are closing the door on endless opportunities because of COVID. The impact of these decisions not only affects the students' future, but college campuses as well. Students could be stuck in lower-paying jobs, lacking the financial boost brought by a 2 to 4 year degree. Financial aid requests will increase, which may cause colleges to struggle with meeting the demand. If COVID continues to get worse, it could make it more difficult to encourage high school students to apply to colleges. Although colleges have come up with ways to help students financially and encourage them to come back to campus, there is still a large group of students who just aren't comfortable making that leap. COVID's overall impact on college students has caused them to take steps backward, rather than taking steps forward to their future.
Hopefully, everything will go back to normal in the near future, so students will no longer have to struggle financially or struggle emotionally.
Earlier in the show, we learned about the music department. But did you know that the students and faculty of the department come together and perform shows featuring impeccable ensembles? We definitely have a lot of musical talent at OCC. Here's Cece Solomon with an inside look.
Did you know OCC's music program holds concerts every Friday from 11:15 to noon in the recital hall, located on the first floor in Academic 2. It's free to watch and open to the public. Enjoy performances by music students, professors, and outside guests, and learn background information on the pieces that they perform. The concerts range from instrumentalists and vocalists to full ensembles. Bring your family and friends and enjoy the live show.
If you're interested in watching them perform and miss the live shows, you can always go on the OCC website and watch the live recordings.
Thank you for tuning in with us today on Laser Update and seeing all that OCC's campus has to offer. I'm Bryce Link.
And I'm Orlando Gully. Be sure to stay tuned for our next show.